Chapter 8. Biomechanics and Sports. Biomechanics is derived from Greek words bio plus mechanics. Bio means living thing and mechanics is a field of physics. Thus, it is the branch of science which deals with the forces related to body movements. Biomechanics is defined as systematic study of mechanics of body joints. According to Bartlett, the study and analysis of human movement patterns in sports is called biomechanics. Importance of biomechanics in sports. Improves performance in sports. Improvement in technique. Development of improved sports equipment. Improve in training techniques. Prevent sports injuries. Newton's law of motion and their application in sports. First law of motion law of inertia. According to first law of motion, an object at rest will remain at rest, or an object in motion will remain at motion at constant velocity unless acted upon by a force. Example, a moving football slows down and then stops often sometime. It comes to rest due to the friction between the ground and the ball. Second law of motion, the law of acceleration. According to Newton's second law of motion, the rate of change of momentum of a body is directly proportional to the impressed force and takes place in the direction of force. Example, a cricket player while catching a ball moves his hands backward. Initially, the ball is moving with a certain velocity. The player has to apply a retarding force to bring the ball at rest in his hands. Third law of motion, law of reaction. According to the Newton's third law of motion, to every action, there is always an equal and opposite reaction. Example, the swimmer pushes the water in the backward direction with a certain force. Water pushes the man forwards with an equal and opposite force. Types of movements. There are various types of movement in body parts which can be divided in four types, i.e. gliding and angular movements, circumduction and rotation, and few other movements. Flexion, bending parts at a joint so that the angle between them decreases and parts come closer together, bending the lower limb at the knee. Extensions, straightening parts so that the angle between them increases and parts moves farther apart, straightening the lower limb at the knee. Abduction means moving a part away from the midline, lifting the upper limb horizontally to form a right angle with the side of the body. Adduction means moving a part towards the midline, returning the upper limb from the horizontal position to the side of the body. Friction. The force acting along two surfaces in contact which opposes the motion of one body over the other is called the force of friction. Friction is of two types.